Good evening, Lake Orion.
It's not so loud.
Well, as you can see, it was warm. It's been warm out today. 60, some 70 degrees. Wearing my shorts today, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. I think can upset him.
Well, I'm your host, Anthony, and I am
Yes.
between Taorminas.
Yeah, potentially, yes.
What's up?
So, let me get this straight. 2 weeks ago, you were an orange who grew into a plant, who then became a panda bear. And now he's back. Now you're back.
I really liked being fruit, and I liked being a panda because I didn't have to see you, and I didn't have to listen to you. Nothing going on in there, you know? Yep. Now I have to actually talk to you guys. Gotta listen to what you say.
Hey, track starts
Gotta
next
interact.
week. Hey, track starts next week. Then I can beat you. And then I can beat you.
At what?
Shot put coaching.
Oh, yeah?
Again.
Oh, yeah?
Remember the sweep
What sweep?
2 years ago?
No, I don't remember the sweep.
Yeah, you remember it.
No, I don't remember
You
the
remember
sweep.
it. So, Ian, how was your time? How was your time those 2 weeks?
Pure bliss.
You had fun.
They were great. Yep.
You were great.
Yep. No headaches.
But you were a panda bear last week.
Yeah, I know. It was nice.
Let's talk NCAA tournament.
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute. Is that all we're talking about today? Is that it? Or are we talking other things? What else we got
We could
today?
talk NCAA tournament.
Well, let's map it out here for the audience.
Okay.
We got the brackets are out.
Yep.
Tourney starts on Thursday.
Yes.
There's other things going on. The wings.
Stars.
The wings
Stars.
are irrelevant.
Shut it.
Avalanche are irrelevant. Both out of the playoffs still, correct?
They'll make it. Don't worry.
What about the Pistons? Their playoff hopes are still alive.
Hey, that's done. You're going to be buying me dinner.
You know what I didn't have a chance to touch on is Indomitian Sue.
Yep. Aren't you happy he's gone?
I'm happy he's gone. I'm just upset about the mismanagement of this Lions team.
Yep.
Is there a way where you could hypnotize me where I don't care about this team, the Lions?
It's terrible. Barely's gone to the Rams.
I know.
When you look at the Lions, Ian, when you look at the Detroit Lions, this is a team that's not very well. They're not smart. They've never been smart in the front office. You know, ever since and it starts on the top. The late William Clay Ford. Remember 2000 when he brought Matt Millen in?
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. He was the start of this disaster waiting to happen, known as the Lions, and his curse still lives on with this franchise.
Will it ever end?
No, it will not. Unless Bill Ford sells the team.
Will he ever do that?
No.
No. Makes no sense to do it. Ant?
Wait, Sue's gone. Fairley's gone. You got a good, you got Nagata, I believe it was.
Nada.
Pretty good. Not a bad player. I mean,
Cost you 2 draft picks.
yeah, cost you 2 draft
And he's
picks.
old.
Yeah.
See how
Well, it's not a first round, though.
No, or second.
Or second, or third.
Or a third.
Be thankful it's not one of them.
I just wish the Lions could be owned by Mike Ilitch. I'm not in favor of one man owning 3 teams, but
I kind of wish he was owned by Bill Davison. Kind of wish
that would be nice.
would have been nice.
It would have been nice.
Would have been nice. I miss the Detroit Vipers. I do.
At least you like one Detroit hockey team.
I miss the Detroit Vipers.
This guy didn't even like a Detroit hockey team.
Yep.
Solar Bears.
Yep.
Blah.
Hey, I have admiration for the Long Beach Ice Dogs, the Michigan Kalamazoo Wings. Also, the late great Steven Crowder's favorite team, the Cleveland Lumberjacks.
Whoa. Was that an IHL team?
Yes, it was. Also, you remember Cincinnati Cyclones, the Indianapolis Ice. I miss the IHL, I really do. The
Is
old
it still
IHL.
around?
There's a newer version of the IHL, but it's not like the old IHL.
Okay.
But
Well-
all the moves, you know what team that really intrigues me? The Philadelphia Eagles. Did you hear Tim Tebow worked out with them today?
Yes. They're not going to sign him at this time, though, I read. That Chip Kelly is just
He wants to make
swinging, man.
news. He's like Madonna, wants to make news.
Madonna? Who's Madonna?
Who's Ian Witherspoon?
Good question.
Yeah, really. But back to Chip Kelly. Yeah, you're right. He's making news.
You know what I like about what's going on with Chip Kelly?
What?
Ant, we're over here. With Chip Kelly, he's doing it his way, right?
Yes.
And if he fails, they're gonna run him out of
They're out
town.
of town.
Now, how come when Mayhew fails or Millen fails, it takes him years to get run out of town?
Because there's a difference in ownership. Because the Ford family is absolutely stupid, whereas the Eagles brass get it.
They get it.
They get it.
Yep.
The Ford family is stupid. They can't figure out how to own a franchise in the right way. All they care about is bring me the money. Bring me the money to my empire. Even though you run a successful car dealer company that your great-grandfather created. What would the Ford family say to you, Sammy?
They wouldn't be too pleased.
They wouldn't be too pleased. You know, I used to drive a Ford Taurus
Oh, yeah? When?
a couple of years ago,
Huh, I don't remember
and
that.
I went back to GM.
I drive a Ford right now. Completely satisfied. It's because Matt Millen's not driving it.
It's because
I heard you like
they
Matt
don't
Millen.
run.
I don't like Matt Millen.
I heard you
I don't
like
like Matt Millen.
They don't run a successful football team.
No.
They just don't,
No.
because they don't know how to bring in a football-related talent.
And they hire successors from people that failed miserably,
Yes.
i.e. Martin Mayhew, Tom Lewand.
Yup.
Bleh. I'm just very frustrated with this team, and it's
I
only
am too.
March. It's
Yeah.
only March.
I am too.
What's
It's
gonna
something you
happen in
both
September?
agree on.
Ant, are you frustrated?
Of course I'm frustrated, but I like when you two agree on something. It's usually good. When
Calm and tranquil for a minute.
This is what the Lions need to do.
Whoa.
Thank you. They need a clean house.
They do. Now, but because they're not going to do that, okay. What are they going to do in this draft?
You have to draft I would say go for another lineman.
Offensive or defensive?
Offensive or defensive?
Round one, what are you going for?
Corner.
Corner?
Corner.
Who?
There's a couple I'm looking at. I wish they would have took Doc Westergaard last year.
Yeah.
I wish they did.
Yeah.
I would say still go for defense because you have to, the thing is, the issue was defense. And it's, you lose soon, you lose fairly. As much as they were not as likable, you still lose two very good defensive linemen.
And they stopped the run.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
which helped stop the pass.
so I would still go with a lineman.
Okay.
I would go for a corner, you know what I mean? But Jake Long is still available.
Injured.
Lions got to go get him.
Injured.
I know.
Often injured.
Often injured. Take a risk on him. Jake Long is going.
He's a local
He's
product.
a local product. I mean, he'll help in that offensive line. Lions still need help at that offensive line spot. I think Long's there to help them. They draft a corner in the first round of the draft. I think it will help them. They need a playmaker at the cornerback. I am not sold on Darius Slay at corner.
What about a tight end?
No.
Just kidding. You know who they hosted today? Todd Gurley from Georgia. Thoughts on that pick?
No.
Not a running back?
No. Not running back. They got Theo Riddick and they got Droid Bell. That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
They need another running back here. Ant, you like the running back idea?
I got to go with what Sammy said here.
Okay. I don't like taking special players in the first round. You know what I mean?
Corner.
Yeah. Not a skilled player in the first round.
Need a
No
corner.
receivers, no running backs.
Right. Need a corner. Bad.
Okay.
Serious.
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, I mean, you have to address needs first over specialty players.
We'll see what they do. All right. Well, that'll put a lid on the first segment here. When we come back, we'll dive into the brackets. Stay tuned.
Hey kids, this is your old pal, the Easter Bunny, inviting you to hop on over to the Orion Center on Saturday, March 21st for the 2015 Bunny Bop. Bring a basket to hunt for eggs filled with candy and prizes and create fun craft projects. And of course, I'll be there for special photo opportunities. The family-friendly fun starts at 10 a.m. Pre-registration is required because space is limited. For more information, visit oriontownship.org or call 248-391-0304, extension 305. Hope to see you there.
Somebody please tell me Aunt's mic was hot for the break because...
Bunny Bob! Bunny Bob! Ah! Ah! Bunny Bob! Bunny Bob! Why is the Easter Bunny on here again? I called that thing out twice. No, more than twice. Help. Bunny Bob! Bunny Bob! Ah!
You know what you sound like?
You sound like a
You ever
little
been to-
girl.
You ever been to a Justin Bieber concert?
Yeah. Don't go there.
You don't sound like him.
That thing.
Don't
that
go there.
thing. That thing.
I-
You're comparing me to that thing.
No, his fans.
Oh, no, they're idiots.
12-year-old girls screaming.
Justin! No offense, children. I recommend you do not like Justin Bieber. I do not. Okay?
He's a nice young man.
Nice. No, he's not.
Guess when his birthday is?
No.
Same day as mine.
Oh, that's terrible. Let's talk brackets.
All right.
We
No
got-
more
we got-
Bieber.
We got brackets.
We got brackets. This thing can this go on the screen?
Yes.
Yeah, you got the power?
Yep, I got the power. You
Boom.
see?
There it
See,
is.
Here it is.
All right. Can you zoom in? Let's zoom in on a region.
Okay. I don't know how to zoom in very well.
Okay.
But let's go Midwest first.
Let's go Midwest. Where's that at? Chicago?
It is at the finals in the regionals in Cleveland.
Okay. All right. What do you like? Who do you like to go to the dance from the Midwest?
Can anybody beat Kentucky in this region?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, I like Buffalo.
You think Buffalo can upset us?
Just kidding. No way. Of course not.
No. Kentucky.
Kentucky is a lock to win it all, in my opinion. In my opinion, who's going to beat them?
Wisconsin can beat them.
You think so?
Oh yeah. Wisconsin can beat them.
Ant, you agree? You're a
I
college
think there is
basketball
some.
mind. You
I
there's a
think
team?
that there is some teams that can beat Kentucky because obviously everybody that plays Kentucky is going to give them their best game.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's a couple teams I can see. I can see Wisconsin doing it.
Okay.
I can see Duke doing it.
Ah.
I can
No.
see I can actually, if you look at, can I look at the bracket, please? Thank you. You look at the matchups that they have. I can see Kentucky actually. It's going to be very tough for anybody to get to beat Kentucky because Kentucky is so deep. One of the big things is Kentucky is deep. But if there's anybody that can get Kentucky, I think it could potentially be. You can't count Notre Dame out. You cannot count.
I agree. They win the ACC.
You cannot count. Definitely cannot count out Wisconsin. You can't count out. You definitely cannot. You know, what? Everybody's out to get Kentucky. I mean, it will not surprise me if there is an attempted upset.
How is Duke a
But
one
the
seed?
SEC, to be
I
honest,
don't know how Duke is.
SEC, to be honest with you, I think the SEC was a little bit weaker this year than it usually is.
And that's
Yeah.
not saying a lot.
No.
Not a strong
You know,
conference.
on Duke is the number one. They don't have the. I don't think they
The
deserve to
committee
be a
said
number one seed. Duke won quality road
They
games.
said
They
they won
beat at
quality road
Wisconsin,
games.
won at North Carolina, won at Virginia, and the
Okay.
committee felt that that was enough to say that Duke was considered number one seed.
I
Now,
can
do I
see
agree
Duke
that
getting beat.
Duke deserved to be number one seed? No. But
I can
one
see
team,
Duke
there are
getting
two
beat.
teams that I could not understand very well. Texas and UCLA,
Okay.
especially UCLA.
How do they get in over Temple, over Colorado State? How do they get in
Colorado
over those
State,
teams?
biggest team, the highest RPI team not to make the NCAA
Yeah.
Who?
tournament.
Temple?
Colorado State.
Oh,
State.
Colorado State.
29 RPI. Didn't make tournament. It's upsetting.
It is upsetting.
And UCLA, you know,
UCLA didn't beat anybody, and they're in the field. How is that possible?
And then you've got Texas. Ugh. Other than bitter memories of them from 2011. But Texas making the tournament. Texas should have been on the bubble. Indiana should have been. Indiana was a bubble team, but they got in.
They got in safely. That's odd. I don't understand that.
You think Texas can make noise?
Oh, no.
Nothing?
No.
No.
Not a peep?
No.
They will not be Butler.
Who's their Matt Butler?
Now, who's my team who I think can make some noise in the tournament?
Against Kentucky.
Oh, who can beat Kentucky?
Who's going to beat Kentucky?
It's easy for me. Wisconsin. Let's look at the game last year.
Because of one man?
Let's look at the game last year.
Okay.
Wisconsin had Kentucky beat. Had not been for a buzzer being shot in the NCAA championship game.
Mm-hmm.
That, to me, tells me that Wisconsin has experience on their side.
Mm-hmm.
They got Frank Kaminsky on their side.
Wisconsin has a little thing called the stall ball.
They have a thing called stall ball, which can stall Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
I think Wisconsin can truly beat Kentucky.
What about the game yesterday between State and Wisconsin?
That was rough.
Does that rattle any feathers for you with Wisconsin?
It was disappointing for Michigan State because they had a couple chances to win that
Well, they
game.
had the game won.
They had the game won, yeah. And all Denzel Valentine's got to do is just, hold the ball, for God's sakes.
Michigan State had two chances in overtime.
Yep.
So had MSU won yesterday, would you still pick Wisconsin to potentially beat Kentucky?
Yes,
Really?
really.
Even though
Wisconsin
Michigan
could be-
State
The
is...
committee already said they would not have changed it.
changed it.
They would not have changed it even if Michigan State had won.
Mm-hmm.
But look at who Michigan State has in their pool, in their bracket.
Virginia.
I
They
think
played Georgia first.
they played Georgia first. Yante Maton, who played at Bloomfield Hills in the state championship game, who also played at Bloomfield Hills, lost there.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be an interesting match. Georgia's athletic. Georgia is long, lengthy, athletic.
They got experience.
They
They,
got
took Kentucky to the brink the second time down in Athens.
And then if Michigan State gets by Georgia, they have to play Virginia. That's
It's a
not
rematch.
it's a rematch.
Potential one and done for MSU?
No.
No?
I think Michigan State beats Georgia and beats Virginia. I think they're a Sweet 16 team.
You think this MSU team is a Sweet 16 team?
Yes, because you got to look at who they got. Denzel Valentine.
Who is prone to make mistakes?
If Brandon Dawson played like he did last night against Wisconsin, he can be a difference maker. If he plays with inspired energy, plays with passion, Travis Trice shoots the three ball,
He's got to get hot.
he's got to get hot. Michigan State's a dangerous team to look at in Charlotte. It would not surprise me if they're playing the second weekend.
So you think they make it to the second weekend, nothing past it?
And you got Tom Izzo. Players play harder for coaches they love. And in East Lansing, Michigan State, their players work harder for Tom Izzo. They love playing for Tom Izzo. And if anybody can get to the Sweet 16, it is Michigan State.
You know what we haven't talked about? Who is most prone for upset? Who do you guys think is most prone?
Who does Georgia State have? Ron Hunter hurt his Achilles.
I still can't believe he broke his Achilles. They play Baylor. I think Georgetown.
Look at this
I
real
think
quick.
the Portland, Oregon region in the South has
Yes.
two upsets written all over. I think Stephen F. Austin upsets Utah, and I think Eastern
I
Washington
don't
upsets
believe
Georgetown.
that. I think Utah's better than you
Eastern
think.
Washington is going to upset Georgetown. Georgetown is prone. They are screaming for an upset.
I think I might agree with you on that one.
Yeah, and then, of course, let's look at the
Georgetown
top
always
seed in the
loses
East,
in the
which is
top seed.
Villanova. I think Villanova, they have not got to the Sweet 16 in the last 5 years. I think Villanova is going to lose to NC State in the second round.
Any chance we see a 16 beat a 1 this
Hell
year?
no.
No?
Hell no.
No?
No.
Not?
Nah,
At all?
Nothing. Nada.
Be nice.
Would be.
That'd screw a lot of brackets up.
I know.
Yeah.
We did have it in the women's side.
Oh, yeah? Who did that?
It happened to Ohio State. I remember that.
Interesting. All right, any other bracket tidbits you got? Any more snubs?
I'll share it, third segment.
Third segment?
Yes,
Ooh, I like your
because I want to
tease.
speak NIT and I want to speak some CIT.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, and some CBI.
Michigan basketball.
Yeah, I'll discuss that.
Go blue. Go home.
Yeah.
They're done.
I agree with you. Go Blue, go home.
We'll be right back to Between Taorminas on ONTV. Hello, Lake Orion. It's Anthony Taormina, co-host of Between Taorminas. I want to let you know of a new show called History Now. In it, we're going to talk about global, national, and political events that occur in our lifetime. We're going to also have guests and also have co-hosts as well, and also plenty of surprises. Catch us on History Now here on ONTV. Hello, Lake Orion and Oakland County. This is Sammy Taormina here, talking a new show here called OA Now. We're going to talk about sports from football to basketball to volleyball to track and field to soccer, cross country, etc. here on OA Now on ONTV.
Welcome back to Between Taorminas. You had a little teaser. You wanted to talk some other tournaments.
Yes.
Let's have it.
I want to first talk about the CIT. Our beloved Oakland Golden Grizzlies are back in the CIT.
Hosting a game.
Yep, they're going to be hosting in the CIT. They're playing Eastern Illinois.
Which is tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you look at it, when I look at the CIT this year, I think the CIT could be better than the CBI. Mm-hmm. But for those who don't know the CIT, I'll give you a history lesson.
Oh, what is this, History Now on Between Taorminas?
Yeah, I'll give you a history.
All right.
All right. CIT is a tournament that started in 2009 when it had 16 teams. Oakland was one of those teams that was invited to the inaugural CIT.
Were you there?
Yes, I was.
All right. Where was it at?
We had a home game against Kent State, then we lost on a buzzer beater to Bradley.
At home?
Yeah, it was at Bradley in Peoria. And then ever since then, Oakland had a run in the 2012 CIT, beating Bowling Green, Buffalo, Rice, and but losing at Utah State, and then lost in 2013 to Youngstown State. So
You know
Oakland has
NJIT's
history
in
the
that
time.
tournament, too.
Yes.
You know who they just beat?
NJIT is in there, yes.
Yeah, you know who
Also,
they beat.
Cleveland State's in there. Cleveland State's in there. Wisconsin, or Cleveland State's in
I
there.
have a
Western
copy
Michigan's
of
in
the, I have
there.
a copy of the games, you know. And our beloved NJIT team, of course, people from Michigan know about that. If you could just go on my computer here a minute. You see, they play New Hampshire, 7 o'clock. You know, you got James Madison
tonight,
against
isn't it?
Upstate, Bowling Green against St. Francis, PA, Norfolk State against Eastern Kentucky, Eastern Illinois against Oakland. Then you got Louisiana Lafayette against Incarnate Word.
Raging Cajun, baby.
Raging. So,
And then you got Dartmouth and Canassus.
you got
and
Western
Corpus
Michigan's in
Christi.
that tournament,
Yes.
too.
So is IPFW. So is Kent State. So those are some pretty good teams in the CIT.
gonna be a good
It's
one.
gonna be a good one.
Good
I think.
tournament.
It'll be a good one. It
tournament.
always is.
You think the arena's going to be packed tomorrow?
We'll see.
What do you think?
I hope so. I mean, you got Dante Williams, Corey Petros. Those guys deserve to have the fans come out for.
Are they both seniors?
Yes.
Dante is? What? Really? Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Really good guys deserve to have come out, deserve the support. Also, you got I noticed a big thing in the CBI. CBI, there's a lot of bigger schools that often go into the CBI. This year, there's only one big school, that's Colorado, that's in the CBI. And everybody else is mid-major teams, including Oral Roberts. So many teams turned it down. Part of that is because you have to pay to get into the tournament. You have to pay because the NCAA, even though it's NCAA sponsors it, but it's really ran by the CIT CollegeInsider.com runs it. Whereas at CBI, it's the Gazette Group. And then Eastern Michigan's also in the CBI. So it's exciting to have some Michigan connections.
Ooh, is that why
CBI.
U of M didn't want to be in it? Don't want to lose
That's
those
a
guys
big
again?
reason why Michigan
Michigan's a
wanted to.
corporate
But-
M. You guys
But
know
let's
that.
look. But let's look at. Speaking of the NIT,
I had the bracket up.
for the
The
NIT,
NIT bracket?
NIT bracket, yep. Have it up. It's on the laptop here.
did Michigan get snubbed, or do you think Michigan deserved? Now, one of the requirements states for the NIT, you have to be above 500. Michigan was not that this year. Did
Were they
Michigan get
500?
snubbed? They were 500.
Yes.
Did Michigan get snubbed, or did Michigan deserve not to make the NIT?
I think Michigan deserved to not make the NIT. Because here's why. 500 record. You had some really bad losses. NJIT was one of them. Eastern Michigan was another one. Eastern Michigan's in the CBI. But I'll tell you why the reason why Michigan is not in the tournament. It's because they're sponsors. It's because they're a corporate entity. You know what I mean? You see why they don't view Michigan as a
Michigan doesn't view Michigan?
no,
Or is it-
Michigan doesn't view itself as a team going up against small schools, against small competition, mid-major teams. They want to go up against big-time teams. They want the television contract. They want to be the big boys. You know what I mean? Whereas,
So are you telling the same thing about Minnesota, Oregon State, Cal, all those Penn State, all those bigger schools that had a chance to go into the had the option of getting the call, being invited to come into CBI, CIT, and didn't
Absolutely.
want to do it because you have to pay a fee. If you look at the fee to pay, even though the CIT is also a pay-to-play tournament like the CBI it costs you $500,000 just to get into the CBI. It costs you $300,000 to get into CIT.
Why don't we start a tournament? Make some money here.
That'd be a good idea.
Dang, man.
I think it would be a heck of an idea.
It's a nice little entrance fee, huh?
Yeah, we call it the BT tournament. That'd be a good idea.
The BT
The
tournament.
BT tournament.
Where would we host it?
Where would we host it, Sam?
Lake Orion High School?
No.
Maybe we could
Then
borrow
Lake
their
Orion
place.
would have part of the profit.
yeah, like we're going to have part of profit.
Clarkston would have it too. The high school.
Maybe a good idea would be possibly maybe the Palace of Auburn Hills.
You know, I
The
used to
Palace
intern
of
there.
Auburn Hills.
Got a lot of pull up at the Palace.
That'd be a good idea. Palace of Auburn Hills. I think that would be a good idea.
Hosting the BT Sports tournament.
Don't they have Disney on Ice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
That makes a lot of money for.
What do you mean?
Palace.
What are you asking? Weren't you there?
Disney on Ice?
Yeah, weren't you? Didn't you go see Frozen? Frozen on Frozen?
No, I did
Surface?
not see
Huh.
Frozen.
The way you were screaming there a little while ago, I could see you in the audience.
Yeah, it won't happen.
So you got any problem with Michigan not accepting their invite?
Yeah, because they're
Or
big.
do you
they're
see
big
where they're coming from?
They're corporates. They're corporate.
They got a bit of an ego problem.
They're
it sounds
they're
like.
corporate. Yeah, they got a huge ego problem. They're corporate. That's what it is. I look at a team. I got a lot of respect for Colorado. That to go into the CBI, you know what I mean? To go to the CBI, you know what I mean? A big school go to the CBI. I got a lot of respect for them because it's going to not only get their team better, it's going to give their seniors an opportunity to play one more time for their home fans. It's going to give them it's also going to help the players, you know what I mean, get better for the season next year in the Pac-12.
As a mid-major, somebody that managed a mid-major school like I did with Oakland, as far as Michigan, as I've told you personally in the past, Michigan didn't want to play Oakland anymore, and it was kind of very hurtful. You know, it's kind of like a comparison to Wichita State and Kansas. Kansas won't schedule Wichita State.
Scared.
You know, it just, you know, to me, I think Michigan, you know, just sees themselves as being too big for the tournament. I mean, I have nothing but respect for the program, but I mean, it just, you know, when you have a tournament, whether you have to pay the fee or not, it's a tournament, still a postseason tournament. Give your seniors a chance to finish out their career strong in the postseason. So I mean, it's kind of how I see it. I can see the other side of the coin. The NCAA sponsors that tournament, the NIT, but I mean, and you don't want to pay the fee. But I mean, you're a big school. You can have the money to pay that fee. So,
You have a big budget to pay the fee.
so I mean,
We got about 30 seconds left. Surefire bet. Who do you got? Aside from Kentucky, what team do you got? What
Wisconsin.
game? Round one.
Oh, round one, what game I think is going to be the ups? My sure bet?
Surefire.
My
No
sure-
chance of losing.
Oh, Kentucky against.
Not
I'm
Kentucky.
sorry, besides Kentucky. I'm gonna say Wisconsin, Coastal Carolina.
That's probably pretty good.
Iowa State wins their game.
Okay.
Okay, Iowa State. Yeah.
So if you were in Vegas, you would lay money down and feel very comfortable.
yes,
Okay.
because
Iowa State's were on
Play
the
you.
All right. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on yet another edition of Between Taorminas. Hope you had a good one. Hope your bracket doesn't bust too early, and we'll see you next week.